Well, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the shop. Today you're gonna get a 2-for-1. I'm gonna be working on the Captiva. Mr. Lars will be working on his F-150. So we're gonna jump back and forth. We're just trying to get, crap done. Let me cover this real quick. If you're tuning in here and you see me do what I'm fixing to do with this Captiva, I don't recommend you do that. It's a quick fix. That's all it is. I'm selling the car for junk, and that's about it. All I need to do is start, move to the front yard, sit there, start it up, and pull it on a wrecker or a rollback, whatever. This is not what you want to do to solve an issue with a spun bearing. That's a no. Normally, I would rebuild the engine, but again, junk. But hang in, here we go. I'll show you some quick fixes to get something, Don't do this to somebody, man. Do this kind of crap and then throw some bearings in something and sell it to somebody as a good car. That makes you a bad person. Anyway, let's go. Let's get something done. So I've got my sandpaper up in there. I'm using 800 grit, wet dry sand, and just a shoestring around that thing. I don't have no way to keep you put right here, but ow. Basically, all we're going to do is pull on this string back and forth and polish that thing down. Let me get that done real quick. Well, hang on, I might set you. Well, let's see how this works. Hang on. Let's see. That's all we're going to do to it, man. All I want to do is get some of the rust spots down and give that bearing a smooth surface to ride on. But I've noticed this crank does have a little bit of flat spot on one side, so that's the reason I know it's coming back out. But if it'll just hold up for a day or two, I'll be alright. Alright. Like I said, just a wee bit. We ain't going a whole bunch. Alright, let me hit this a few more licks and we'll start putting this thing back together. Alright, there you go. I can get my finger in there. There it is. She's still rough, but she's not near as bad as it was. Cross your fingers, it just stays in there for a week or two and it'll be gone. Alright, let me get this bearing back up in here and get that torque down and we'll get it done. I think the torque on this thing was 15 pounds and then an extra 90-degree turn. I don't know why it couldn't just be foot-pounds, but that's what the book calls for. Let me get that put on there. Mr. Lars is here.
What's up, y'all?
He's working on the F-150. Shaster the Shaster's here. He got his window fixed. See, what are we doing in here?
We're just draining the rear end, man.
We're draining grease. Look at that hunk of junk forward. Stuff just pouring out of it.
There's a leak. We've sprung a leak. No, we're just gonna clean it up in there, fill it up with grease.
First time it's been changed since it's bought new.
Well, I can't confirm or deny. First time it's been changed today.
That's what he's working on. I'm working on the Captiva, and I don't know. We couldn't find no hose for the gas tank, so still waiting on parts. Chevrolet wouldn't have that problem. Right, Lars?
I digress.
Alright guys, we got her set back up here. Got her silicone on. Got her finger tight. Silicone easing out everywhere. And we got to sit and wait for about 45 minutes or 30 minutes and then put the final torque to it. Then I think we're ready to fill it up with oil. Throw the Serpentine Belt on it. I don't know. We'll stick you up on some time lapse, man. Tighten all this down just so we got some filler for the video. We still got a couple of bolts back here, but for that, hang on. All right, guys. While I'm under here tinkering with this Captiva, Lars is gonna put his gas tank back together. Set you up on a time lapse on that. That'll be like 5 seconds. I don't know. Maybe he'll leave the GoPro on and just talk to you. I don't know. Anyway, it's time to start tightening all this stuff down and finishing this stuff up. And cross your fingers when I fire it up, something don't go haywire, and throw a rod out the side. So here we go.
Y'all, we got the new vents down here in the tank, pressure sensor, the other vent, gonna drop the sending unit down in there, gonna put you up in here in fast motion, get this tank done, ready to go back under there. Try to find hose to finish a filler neck off. Of course, none of the dang part houses around here had it, so another delay. Dang it. Top of the tank's done. Got the vents, the return. Still got to get some hose to go for the filler neck and that return. But got the vent hoses, fuel tank pressure sensor, new sending unit, all down in there. Back here in the rear end, got the rear cover off, cleaned it up. Gonna just throw some new grease down there in the rear end. See how it does. It looked pretty good coming out of there, so I ain't too worried about that. And back up here, still waiting on the front and rear seal transmission before we put that new slate cylinder in there. Still trying to clean some of this grease up, but it's coming along.
Alright guys, all the bolts back in, oil pan installed. Now we got to come up front here. I can't even see my finger. From right here over here, got to put some bolts in the air conditioner, and I think we're done under here. So hang on, we'll go up top. Alright guys, don't know if you can see. Now, we got bolts to mount the air conditioner back up, and I'm gonna have to get something up in here like this to pop that dipstick tube back down in there. So that's what I'm doing. This may take a few minutes, so ain't no sense in filming that, but there's a bolt, a long bolt here, long bolt up there, and then a nut on top. And then all this is done down here. Everything else is from up top. All right, so give me a minute. Let me see if I can get that done. All right, guys, we got our air conditioner back in. It's getting kind of dark. Got our dipstick tube right here, back down. I've pried. I hope that's as deep as it goes. Let's see. Everything else. All right, guys, getting dark. Laura's rehydrating.
Super water.
But we're pretty close to being done with this cat table. You seen what all he had to do, you know, what he's doing is do that little F-150. Here's some more engineering marvel for you. You just gotta be amazed. You just gotta be amazed. Hang on. All right, so we gotta put the Serpentine Belt back on this thing, all right? You have to buy a special tool. I think I covered this a while ago. But in order to get to that, the whole box, breather box, has to come out, or you don't have enough room to even get the tool in there. And then people wonder why this stuff costs so much. Idiots. You hand somebody a degree that says they know how to do something. Dude.
The stuff ain't meant to be worked.
That's the blind leading the blind. Whatever happened to mentorship, right? Or, you know, or apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Where you had to work under somebody for so darn long before they let you actually figure out how to do something, you know. Anyway, let's get back to it. I want this thing done in the next hour or two. Damn. Serpentine Belt on. Let me tell you something on this little car. I don't have the little serpentine tool, so I had to go rent it. Where that thing is at, you don't have enough room to get this on the belt up here. So Lars had to pull all the tension he could off of it and hold the belt on while I cranked the motor over. But we got it. 2 or 3 more things. Let's see if it'll start to run. All right, guys, we got her all back together. Fixing to fire her up. Cross your fingers it don't, but again, throw a rod through the block. Hang on, man, we'll fire this thing up. It's gonna be loud. The exhaust manifold's cracked on this. Another design flaw, sorry, getting bleeded out. Another design flaw on the little 2.4s. Very few of them are not running around without a cracked manifold on them. You can go back and buy one from the factory. It'll crack again in about 6 months. So that's another problem they have. Anyway, hang on. We're gonna start it up. See what happens. All right, guys, we got her done. Sorry about the dark. Let's hope the battery's charged up. Let's see what happens. It runs. No rod slapping.
Don't mind the exhaust leak.
Yeah, forget the exhaust leak, man. These things do it all the time. We got a check engine light on. See, it calmed down. I think it might be a wire. not hooked up. Let's see if we can find out and get that done and be done with this little Captiva. Let me get her down off the car ramps and get her sitting on the ground. Now, so there you go for a quick fix. You know, we had Lars and stuff mixed up in here and stuff and all that stuff, and you see, it works. It might, you know, it's a quick fix. It's not going to last forever. The crank is messed up, so it's just going to get worse and worse and worse over time when you drive it. But again, I'm selling it for junk. With that, man, I guess I'm going to get off here. Laura's still over there playing with the car. Let y'all go for tonight. Appreciate you watching. I hope you got something out of this. If you watched all the Captiva videos all the way through, you should have got something out of it. If you didn't, your fault, not mine. Anyway, I hope things are going good in your world. Things are going good in your life. Family's home is safe. Most important thing. We'll see you on the next one. It's all going to be on Lars's little F-150 here. I'm done with the Captiva. That being said, we'll see you on the next one, man. Y'all take care.